Welcome to the Tier 1 stream for F122. If you noticed the new music, well, we found ourselves some new music, and hopefully it's a lot better and a lot more upbeat. Fat Cat, to Ferrari, and Pineax will be joining me today in the commentators box. Pineax, welcome. How are you doing, buddy?
Hello, I'm doing good, thank you. How are you?
I have missed your company in the streamers box, I have to be honest.
Well, I missed commentating, not gonna lie, so same goes
Good.
for me too.
I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah, thank you. I'm glad to be back as well.
Welcome to the Tier 1 stream for Australia, to the sprint weekend with, as you can see, rain. Who doesn't love rain? I believe Awful Snake, is he back in the lobby? He does appear to be back in the lobby, I believe. He is definitely back in the lobby. Alright, and Awful Snake for the one-shot qualifying is currently leading the one-shot qualifying as Dante retires from the race. Unfortunately, Aston Martin, their only driver, is already out of qualifying the team as team principal. What do you think of that so far?
Not ideal.
Not ideal indeed.
Not ideal, but it is what it is. I mean, to be honest, it happens. It happened to me like 4 races in a row. So, oh, JP joined.
There we go. Your second Aston Martin driver has arrived, but unfortunately not in time for qualifying, so he'll be starting at the back of the grid with his teammates. As we see now, Fat Cat Batman, reserve driver for Ferrari, yours truly, thank you Fat Cat, reserving from Aston Martin with the opposition Ferrari for Tier 1 tonight. Currently finds himself at the top of the timing sheets for one-shot qualifying so far. Now as we go towards the end of Sector 3 and into the final couple corners, will he continue to maintain his lead? Will Rico in that Haas come out on top and take first place? And coming down towards the line, out of the corner, it seems like Fat Cat's going to keep first place. And Rico in close second. That is just 1/10 splitting the pair of them. And unfortunately, Sprinty, aka Shanae, unfortunately his name continues to change, of course this being a sprint race, now finds himself disqualified from the race. Wonderful. Joining the qualifying session in an instant disqualification. That's a brilliant start, yeah. That was a very quick qualifying, only 1/10 splitting the top two, and unfortunately only 1 second for the top three. So very distant qualifying, but what is that, 5/100 splitting 4th and 5th. Alfa Romeo qualifying 4th and 11th. What was that, Pineax? Sorry.
Even for a one-shot qualifying, the times are real close, actually.
They are definitely close, but a lot further apart as well, as I was expecting. I was expecting everyone to be within, like, no more than 2 seconds to the leader, but we've got a couple drivers outside of that 2 second window, and unfortunately some drivers who got disqualified, such as the two Williams.
Yeah.
Williamses. Why does Williams have to end with an S? Why can't the team just be called William?
No idea. I think if they have more than, if they have 2 William, they need to be called Williams, because there's 2 of them. So, yeah. I don't know how to explain both. I guess it makes sense.
T-posing engineers again. Gotta love it. I'm gonna make that my profile picture, honestly, at this point. We've seen it so many times.
Dude, this looks insanely great. The sights you love to see.
I know, right? EA is amazing at making these games, I have to say.
Exactly.
As we load in that new music, all thanks to Maverick, we found ourselves some nice, better than elevator music to jam to, whilst we wait for EA in its perfect game to load us into the lobby for the sprint race. As I was corrected earlier, I said in the Tier 2 stream, you can't seem to opt for the soft compound tyres in the sprint race, but actually, during practice, Fat Cat, the reserve driver for my team, Ferrari best team, showed that you can do a one stop during the sprint race with the softs, but obviously that requires you to stop, and that's a 20-second pit. Oh, sorry, 17 seconds that you will lose by going into the pits for this fresh set of softs for the second stint of the sprint race. So of course, most drivers, if not all of them, will go for the mediums or potentially for the hards and save the mediums for the race if, again, they are willing to go for a one-stop. One-stops, as we were explained to by Shanae earlier in the stream for Tier 2 and presented by yours truly, Nadim, Junior Legacy, doing the one-stop from softs to hard. So one-stops are very much possible. Two-stops, well, we had one driver do a two-stop, and that was only because he got involved in a first-lap incident. And JP, unfortunately, unable to choose his car, is in the Red Bull, but he is actually an Aston Martin driver. The game, again, is absolutely wonderful and throws our drivers into the wrong positions as both Williams disqualify from the session for qualifying.
The Williams curse is...
The Williams curse is true, and no surprise, all drivers are on the mediums. I won't lie, I was kind of hoping someone would be daring enough to go for the softs. I thought, if anyone, it might be Shanae to be daring enough to go for softs.
Yeah, it's a daring thing, but it can maybe pay off for the race. But
Thrust, welcome. You want the Papayas to win? You want Fudge and Maverick to win? Okay.
Oh, JP is in a Red Bull.
In a Red Bull, yeah, he's in the wrong car.
That's fine. But it still counts as last.
But it looks wrong. JP looks better in green than he ever did in orange.
He looks good on orange more than anything, okay?
Nah, Pineax. No, everyone looks perfect in red, okay? No one can beat red.
Yeah, that's true as well. Everybody.
I think Pineax, I think you need to be in red for next season, I have to say.
Whoa, yeah,
I think you'll truly be on fire if you're in red next season.
I don't know. I'm happy with my current team, though.
I'll pay you top jelly bean.
Fuck.
What'd you say to Deep?
Yep.
I was just about to say, Pineax, I proved you wrong. I didn't DNF today.
Let's go. Not DNF Deem anymore.
Yes.
Let's go.
He's now pro Deem.
Exactly. He's
from DNFing. That we need to work on the name. Mr. DNF to Mr. Pro Deem.
Yeah, exactly. Mr. DNF to Mr. Not DNF.
And I have to say, for Tier 1, we've not got any donuts for warming up the tyres coming onto the grid for qualifying, but we do have a very aggressive stance. But one of the drivers ahead, Alfa Romeo, disqualified from the formation lap.
Driver in P1.
I know. Fat Cat Batman was on fire in the rain in that Ferrari. And now with all drivers lined up, Nadim, do you want to take it away if you can for the start of this? Go on board with Rico.
5 red lights and a
Dante with a drive-through already for a jump start.
The camera is not serving me justice here. Fat Cat gets off to a really nice start. Rico just in behind Gravy, then Arturo. The two Alpha Tauris with battling with no sense here. As we have, there's been a collision at the back. I think that is SMH who is around as Dante has got that drive-through penalty here. As we have a few more overtakes, no sense. Overtake on Awful Snake as now Fudge is all over the back of the Alpha Tauri driver. As very clean start, I must say. Not many incidents between the drivers, as we have Fat Cat from Rico, then Gravy, Arturo, MSol, as we have Awful Snake has dropped a few positions down to P10 now. He was looking good, and maybe possibly a mistake there coming into the second sector, but yeah.
And to cut you off there, I think there's a ghosted Williams there, unfortunately. I think.
JP and Maverick almost collide. JP almost went off the track there. The two rivals getting wheel to wheel with each other.
Azerbaijan all over again for the two of them.
Racing next to each other. JP still on the inside, and they're going side by side. Do they make a contact? No, and JP is through. Wow.
That was a clean move by JP, but that brings all memories for the
Dante in the pits.
Dante has to serve his drive-through. Very unfortunate for him.
Will we see soft tires from Dante, maybe?
No, he's doing drive-through.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, my bad. It was a long time since I saw the drive-through. So.
as
I don't know what this is
Sprinty
doing.
gets ahead of the Awful Snake.
Who the hell
Shanae, of
is
course.
Sprinty?
Shanae, of course, with the special name for each track this season so far.
Oh, this is Shanae.
This is Shanae.
Oh, I was like, who the hell is Sprinty?
Sprinty McGee.
Sprinty, okay. Well, up in the front we have Rico and Fat Cat, who are within 1 second within each other. So Rico really pushing the limits here. Fat Cat only 30% on ERS. He's really used everything he had on his opening lap, and Rico has a very good chance. He might make it 3 for 3 now. He might win three races in a row here. That would be very impressive, just as Panos did. So, I mean, on the social media side, making things easy for me.
Of course.
Of course, yeah.
So it's only about social media, nothing else. No
Yeah.
need for points.
Yes, go and follow us on Instagram and Twitter and everything.
Welcome, Carabiner. Welcome, Armin. Fat Cat with the fastest lap, a 120.3. And already more than 1 second ahead of Fat Cat, ahead of Rico, sorry. So clearly that ERS deployment has paid off so far, with DRS now enabled this lap. DRS only enabled for those drivers with another car ahead of them within 1 second, ahead of them, where the rear flap on the rear wing will open, therefore reducing drag, DRS, drag reduction system, and increasing their pace on the straights, making overtakes a lot easier for the drivers. If we look further back, we've got Sprinty coming up to his teammate. Fortunately, his teammate is ghosted, so hopefully that will be a fairly simple overtake, and we can get Derry OG back into the lobby if he has disconnected, which I suspect will be the
he's right.
case.
Oh yeah, he's not. That's unfortunate for Williams.
We got the Mercedes, two Mercedes currently in a fight. Mercedes Artuam fighting for third place, trying to go down the inside on Gravy, but unfortunately Gravy still able to keep his car ahead and maintain the positions. And No Sense, the newly signed Mercedes driver, trying to get around Zoltz, the team principal for AlphaTauri as well, racing today.
Snake gets another. Awful Snake.
Perhaps we can get Awful Snake back into the lobby.
But up in the front, Rico is really piling all the pressure on Fat Cat now. As you can see there, Dante overtakes Mr. Sinister there up into P13.
Indeed, can you invite Derry OG, please? He's having internet troubles.
Yes, indeed I can. Oh, I don't have him, though.
Let's see if I've got him. Hopefully no one gets into a spicy battle whilst I try and invite our drivers back into the lobby. Let's see, where is he in my friends list? Right at the bottom, there we go.
Happened, actually.
Rico is getting ever so close now, only 2/10 between the first two guys. Rico is really piling all the pressure on Fat Cat, and this might be as there's yellow flags for, I think, the Alfa Romeo driver, but Arturo and Gravy are fighting, and Arturo is overtaking the Alfa Romeo of Gravy, and he's up into P3 as Printe or Shine is now up into P7 as well. Yeah, don't worry,
Fudge
guys.
right on the gearbox of Shine.
Well, because he's overtaking him.
Yeah, but Fudge is not backing out so easily.
Yep, he's gonna have the RS here, might try and maybe re-overtake Shine, but let's see if he has enough straight line speed, and is he gonna use everything up to try and overtake him, re-overtake him, and it doesn't look like so. So oh my god, Shine keeps the position as Maverick goes on an overtake on Awful Snake, and yeah, JP and Maverick just helping each other out, pulling each other through, and we might see some spicier battles later on, but the battle that I'm really looking forward to is this one for P1 here. Rico just piling on the pressure. He has not used any ERS compared to Fat Cat, who has used quite a significant amount of ERS to try and stay ahead. Now he has got nothing left, and it's all down to pure pace on his side as Rico is just sitting behind, keeping on the pressure on Fat Cat, and is looking to pounce as soon as Fat Cat makes a mistake or something. But you can see that at the back there, Arturo also very fast, coming up to these guys in front, could get the DRS, and we could have a three-way battle here, guys.
Very much indeed. I mean, Archer, I'm already up 2 positions as well. Sorry, Panax, what are you going to say?
No. Rico's playing the long game currently, in my opinion, because he's really putting the pressure to the Fat Cat, and his ERS levels are still so high. And I think he's gonna overtake soon enough before the end of the
Sorry to
race.
cut you off there, Pine, but we have no sense making a move on MSOL, I believe. There were fighting going on there behind, so he's in P5 as Dario! Dario G has spun, and now he's all the way down to P13, so that is a big mistake from the Williams driver as he's all the way down into P13.
And JP spawns.
Oh
JP had a
no,
moment, but
JP moment
he
for
doesn't have any
JP.
damage. Luckily.
Thankfully, no damage for him, but we have to move swiftly from that because Rico is still very much here as Gravy gets a 3-second time penalty as Dante overtakes Awful Snake, who is unfortunately ghosted. So that is a real shame. SMH rejoins as I forgot there's only the sprint, so we'll see what happens. Rico is still piling on the pressure. 90% on the ERS as Fat Cat has basically got nothing left. And here we go. Is he close enough this time? Is he going to pounce? It's 3/10, 2/10 of a second between the two drivers. Is Rico going to send it? No, he looks to the inside, but just about gives enough room and returns back. But look at Arturo!
Arturo's real close.
Yeah, Arturo is now within the second as Dante takes the fastest lap of the race. As Dario, there's been yellow flags of SMH, I believe, as Dario G has got a 3-second time penalty to his name. And look at this, we have a 3-way battle for the lead here. Is it going to be Fat Cat? Is it going to be Rico? Or is it going to be Arturo? All three drivers pushing the absolute limits of Australia here today, as we're now looking to see as Arturo is pushing behind very much indeed, but does he have enough speed as Fat Cat? He's feeling the pressure he must feel, having 2 cars behind him absolutely ready to pounce at any moment, and you can see they're going wide almost, maybe getting a warning or two, but Rico has not used any ERS at all. He's almost 100%, but I think he should be starting using it a bit because he only has 3 laps to go. Oh, as SMH retires into the pits, very nice of him to see that he's following the rules very nicely there and pits and retires the car in the pits. And as we have to go straight back to the action as Rico, ever so close, still ready to pounce on Fat Cat at any moment. Arturo still watching behind, watching very carefully if there is any opportunity in the front for him to pounce or overtake another yellow flag. I think, I'm not sure, that is MSOL. MSOL has also spun. MSOL is spun going round the the curve, and now he's all the way back into P10. What a shame for him as Dante, and we had to go back to Rico.
Right on the gearbox, yeah.
Here we go, Rico. He's gaining, he's using, he knows that Fat Cat has nothing left. Is it going to the inside or the outside? Ooh! He's going to have to back off as Fat Cat places his car in a very interesting position there for Rico. And Rico, at the end there, not able to overtake. He goes off as there's another spin from MSOL. Those tires not working whatsoever. As very unfortunate for him, but the drop doesn't stop as Rico is going to go to the outside. Does he have enough speed? Yes, he does. Fat Cat is all over the place. And let's see, Rico, this time he's gaining. Is he going to go to the inside or the outside? He chooses the inside line for the next turn. Does he keep it around the outside now for the inside of the next turn? Side by side, Fat Cat keeps the position and he's still in P1. Absolutely amazing driving here towards the end of the sprint as we have Arturo still lurking in the behind. But look at this, Rico won't give up. Is he going to go for it now? Yes, he is. He's using everything. Here we go, side by side as we go now approaching, and Fat Cat does fall to Rico and now Arturo as well. They're going side by side. And is there enough space? Yes, there is. And Fat Cat drops down into P3. But is it over? Arturo has no ERS to play with left. And now it's all about if Fat Cat can get the position back. It doesn't look like it, as Rico has already made a significant gap to the guys behind, as you have a lot of yellow flags as JP overtakes Awful Snake for P10 there. Oh
Arso
no,
spins.
Arturo spins! Arturo spins! Oh, what a disaster! Oh, unbelievable stuff. Our man who was P2 at the almost at the end here, all he needed to do was just survive one more lap, and he's now all the way down into P6 as Dante overtakes Maverick. Unbelievable race here, guys. Very, very, very interesting ending here. As Grady has got that 3-second time penalty, that might come in costly here. He might not get P3 at the end, as no sense might get that result done. But absolute carnage there at the end. A lot of fighting. Fat Cat tried to hold on, but there's another incident. Fudge has made a mistake. And he lets Maverick go by, and I think there was a mistake from the McLaren man. And Dante, wow, P7, what a nice recovery from him to come back and score some points in this sprint, but the stop doesn't as Shine goes down the inside of No Sense. No Sense come back, and he gets the position back for P4, and that's going to drop him outside of the DRS. 30 seconds, I don't think, maybe not. I don't think, possibly. Is he going to get it? I think he is. I think No Sense is going to get P3. I'm not sure. Let's just check.
Yeah, he gets it.
And also, oh my god, I want to keep saying Shine, but Sprint A is in my mind.
Okay, yeah.
Ugh, playing with my mind. And there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Rico takes the victory here in the sprint in Australia. Fat Cat behind in P2, No Sense P3. Shine P4, Grady P5, Arturo P6. Definitely disappointment for him. P7 for Dante, P8 Maverick. Fudge P9, JP P10, Awful Snake P11, MSOL P12, and just at the end here we have Dario G and Sinister who are yet to finish. But yeah, guys, very interesting race indeed. It could be. What do you think, guys? Are we gonna have an interesting race? Because it looks like these boys do have the pace to fight at the front, so
Definitely.
Rico's got some competition for that race win. Shanae as well, No Sense, Gravy, they're all in contention for that race victory. So I think
Also
it's going to be a
Arturo as
very
well.
spicy competition ahead of us.
most definitely, as guys don't.
And to
go away.
answer your question, Armin, JP is an Aston Martin driver, unfortunately, though, because he joined the session late. The game refused to let him take the Aston Martin seat.
Thank you. Armin says I should commentate full time.
Oh, 100%
Well,
you should.
Exactly.
Sorry if I talked through the whole race, boys.
Oh, it's
Gonna
fine,
go
honestly.
to-
I'll take it. You're great at
Exactly.
it.
You're really fire with the commentating of the sprint.
Making it entertaining, most definitely for the guys that are watching. As oh my god, we're literally the first channel that pops out on F122.
Let's go.
Let's
Wow.
go.
Did we get Awful Snake back in the lobby? Is he back
Yes,
in?
I've sent him a few invites. Hopefully he's back. Armin, Nadim, you remind me of Crimson. Those were the times. Those were the times. But nevertheless,
But Nadim is better because Nadim is Legacy.
Yes, I knew you were gonna say that.
Nah, you definitely didn't know that. Nadim is the Bosnian and Phoenix Legacy. How's that instead?
Yes.
No.
he-
Legacy is not cringe. How dare you say Legacy is cringe? You just called Nadim cringe.
Nadim is not cringe at all. He just got a podium today. as I
Nadim is
just
GOAT.
call it. Yeah, he's the goat, man.
Thank
Ah,
you,
well.
Kirsty. Thank you.
I think Armin's in support of you, unfortunately, calling you cringe. And we have T-posing again. Thank you,
I
EA.
love it. You just
I
love
do.
it, man.
Now we get to enjoy the eerie silence and boring screen of T-posing pit crew, whilst EA takes 17 years.
Let's see, boys. Oh, go ahead.
I think F123 would definitely be as cursed as this game. It's designed and created by EA. They are terrible at games.
They are.
But not only that, but why is there 4 pit crew all just T-posing?
I
There's
just said
4
that.
guys in one.
All of
Yeah.
them.
But why is there 4 people T-posing?
There's only 3. I only see 3.
I see 4.
Yeah,
I see 3
three
for
as
each of
well.
them. I
Yeah,
only
there's
see
4.
3 left hands.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
one
like
is
3 of them.
literally bugged inside. But anyway, going away from T-posing.
No. T-posing. Let's talk about it.
No,
It's
Yeah,
interesting
exactly.
to see them
that
T-posing.
was
You
a
know, they
thing
gotta
of
limber their
about
arms up.
2019, 2018 times. Fortnite. Everybody likes Fortnite,
No.
right?
I
No.
actually don't.
I don't.
We all love Fortnite.
I played Fortnite when it first came out, and then stopped playing it.
But
You did a good decision, man.
coming
I
away
know,
from
right?
Fortnite, coming away
Exactly.
from Fortnite,
Back to
let's
the
see
GOAT game,
strategies. Yes,
made
let's see your
by
strategies.
cringe EA. Oh, I was about to say
Ooh,
we're gonna have
wait, why is
we're gonna have
why
a
is the
lot of
safety
one
car
stoppers.
track?
Why is the safety car out?
Why is
Yeah.
the
Safety car
on the
glitch is
track?
back, and Maverick's
Oh.
on softs.
Why is
Oh
the
my god.
safety car on the track?
Safety car is
What?
racing.
Safety car is disabled, yet there is a
Oh my-
spectating bug that commonly you will find the safety car driving around and racing with our drivers. So it'll be interesting to see what will happen on our screens, but of course
Is
nothing will
the
happen in
safety
terms of the
car
cars
gonna
going
win?
spinning.
Is the safety car gonna win today? Let's see.
Yeah,
Can
I
the
think this
safety
guy's gonna
car
win.
win? He's on the dry tires as well, but he's using a different compound. Yeah, let's see what he can do, but jokes
Exactly.
aside, coming back to the
Oh, there it is.
drivers.
Fudge was apparently on 2 wheels there on my screen.
Oh my.
I am
What?
going to definitely clip that.
Oh my god, what an absolute shamble race. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry for no!
Safety car gets left.
Right.
But going away from the safety car, let's look at the
Yes.
tyres that people have on.
Yes.
Tier 2 had 1 driver on the softs and 2 drivers starting in the hards, whereas now for Tier 1, half the grid are on mediums and hards, and Maverick is the sole competitor on softs, opting for the possible and more likely option of softs to hards, which is exactly what you did, Nadim.
Yes, that is true. So he's going. Oh my god! I just saw SMH go into the safety car. Coming away from that, I mean, it is possible. He's gonna have a lot of pace on the start compared to his rivals, but he needs to keep it clean. Otherwise, the strategy is not gonna work. But it wasn't that great. The strategy. I don't think myself have gained much time compared to the others. So let's see if Maverick can maybe get a few positions here as everybody's lining up. But very interesting to see Fat Cat is on the mediums compared to Rico, who's on the hards, and everybody else behind him on hards except Gravy and Dante in the top 10. So let's see what happens here on the start here, guys. Should I take it away? You want to go, guys?
I mean, feel free to. I mean, you're on a hot roll here.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's get on board with Rico and let's watch the start of this
Here
race.
we go. 5 red lights and away we go for the start of the Australian Grand Prix. Rico has a very good start. Fat Cat behind again. Still very nice from him as well. No Sense P3. Shine P4, Gravy P5, Maverick already up into P7. He's made some couple of moves.
P6
already.
now.
P6, yes indeed, as Arturo has lost a few positions going back into P8. JP overtakes MSalt on the mediums as SMH drops down to 14 as him and Sinister are battling it out for the last place. As, oh my god, as everybody goes into the safety car, as we have a
Oh
malware,
no.
as Awful Snake again.
Get him
That's
invited as we
unfortunate.
see safety car there, and Dante right on the gearbox of Maverick. Maverick, of course, on those soft compound tires, but still under pressure by Dante behind on those mediums. In fact, now Dante slowly losing that gap, but still very close fight in between. Coming towards the end of the third sector, all drivers still within 1 second of each other. Dante looking to make a move on the Papaya Boy. Snake, we're trying to get you an invite. Nadim is sending you one now. But now as we cross the line, SMH being the only driver now outside of 1 second, all drivers have made it through the first lap without an incident so far. So that is brilliant driving by the group. Rico with a 1:27.8 for the first fastest lap of the session. Maverick 0.2 seconds behind a Gravy just ahead of him. Those softs so far have worked brilliantly for him. But can they continue to work? Of course, Nadim, you pushed it to about 9 laps as Dante goes for a move down the inside and makes a move into the second sector now. Into the end of the first sector and up into 6th place. Nadim, you pushed those softs for about 10 laps, wasn't it? 9 or 10 laps in the set.
So 8, 9, 10 laps are the absolute maximum you want to do on these softs, because at that point those tires are really, really bad. They can really start to see the tire wear. But you can see there, Fat Cat, sorry to interrupt this little conversation, as Fat Cat's going side by side with Rico. Rico keeps the position. Fat Cat's going to try the switcheroo here, as he's using everything. And both of them are, and let's see, Fat Cat, does he go for a move down the inside on Rico? When he does, is he close enough? No, but Rico's gives him the space. They're still going side by side. It's yellow flags for one driver.
Shanae is ahead of the group.
Shanae goes ahead of Sense. As Sense has dropped a few positions, as Dante goes down the inside of Gravy. They do make contact. There's a little bit of contact, but not enough for a spin. As look at Dante, he's going to try around the outside. Not close enough.
Maverick is closing in on Dante there from that mistake. Dante going for Maverick going for a move down the inside into the first corner, but backing out. Rightfully so, but Otteram is capitalizing on that failed attempt at an overtake, as we do have a spin at the back. I think that is the Williams. Derry OG unfortunately finds himself spun around and no front wing. Oh no. No, he's still got a front wing. He's kept it out of the wall.
Gravy, look at this. Look at this battle for the 4th position here. Dante, Gravy, Maverick, Arthur, all very close within each other. This is looking very feisty. Here we go, Dante. Dante is using a lot of ERS. He wants this move. He doesn't want to be stuck behind Gravy, and he does go for an overtake, and he's through up into P5. Wow.
Purple middle sector as well.
Oh my god.
Fat Cat with the first one for track limits.
That's unfortunate.
It's lap 3 of 29, so he's going to be on a back foot for most of this race. He needs to try and stay out of it, as Dante absolutely rapid here. He's already caught up to the Mercedes now. As he's sensitive, there's been contact. There has been contact. Dante sent it down the inside, and No Sense didn't expect it, and unfortunately there has been a collision. I think
Fat Cat all over the gearbox of Rico going into the first corner. He's going to have DRS now onto the second DRS straight. He is looking to go around the outside, but will he have the advantage into the corner? He sticks too wide still. He's got the inside line.
Ooh, there could be contact here.
Unfortunately, they're losing out on the position, and Shanae is now going to capitalize on that incident and fight in there as well.
Oh, but he's got another penalty, by the way, just on the top of the screen. I saw it. As, oh my goodness, there's a contact. Oh my god, he's lagging really much. I don't know if he's contact. But Dante is on the back of Fat Cat. What has happened to Fat Cat? He's dropped 3 positions in the span of 1, basically, sector. This man is not going well for him, as we see the safety car again. Oh my goodness.
Safety car was leading the race. Wow.
Safety car is like 2 laps ahead of everybody, but Fat Cat 6 second penalties. Only lap 4 it is, so he's going to be on a back foot. As Gravy is spun, or something has happened, because
Gravy's made a mistake.
Yeah, he lost it, I guess.
Mistake, I'm not sure. He doesn't look like he has damage.
Must have locked up.
Yeah, he looks like he can carry on. Here we go, Dante. He's spinning under pressure. Here we go. He's gaining, and now he's going down the inside. Does he not have enough speed? He has no ERS to play for. He goes down the inside into the first corner, and he takes P2, sorry. And he's up into P2 now. Rico is the next challenger. Packard, oh my goodness, goes off the track as we have yellow flags. Davio, OG is out of the race. There has been an incident into turn 1. There might be a report later on, but what an exciting race. Oh my goodness, Fat Cat is in the wall. Fat Cat is in the wall. He's lost position. Does he have a front wing? He does, but he's made a complete mistake and he's losing. Look at this. What a disaster. What an absolute disaster. Now he's dropping down to P8.
Atom all over the gearbox and Maverick now. Going into the third sector now.
As Arturo, here we go. He's moving. He's sizing up that move. Those soft tires are working for Maverick, but Arturo has got the speed. Is he going to go to the inside or the outside? He chooses the outside. Oh my goodness. Beautiful overtake. They do bank wheels, but Arturo round the outside. What a beautiful move for the Mercedes man. And there we go.
That was really close. Dante went wide on that corner, and Sprinte is real close.
Here we go, Shine. He's not going to give up that easily. He knows he's got the speed. He's gaining. Does he move a move? No. He waits as Fat Cat pits. As Shine gets second. And there's been a spin from SMH. JP has lost the positions to no sense. But Fat Cat, he's changing his throwing, so he did have damage. So what an unfortunate turn of events for him. He's going to be trying to extend and try and end on these tires, but absolute unbelievable stuff for the Ferrari man. I don't think he will be awfully happy with that one because, I mean, he was really doing well and then that mistake really cost him there. But the fun doesn't stop. Yes, here we go. Bravey is very close to Maverick as now those softs are getting into that zone where they are really starting to drop off compared to all the other tires. As we have the top guys, and now Arturo is back in 1 second of Shine, and now we have a 3, 4, 5-way battle for the podium positions. We have a yellow spot. Oh, Fat Cat has DNF'd. He has spun into the wall, and the Ferrari man's race as now is over in the span of a blink. And here we go.
Maverick pits.
Oh, Maverick really early pit stop.
Maverick 5 seconds speeding into the pit lane as well.
Oh, that's so unfortunate.
That is going to really affect him. But he needs to push on. He needs to continue, though. As we have incidents. Shine has spun. What happened? There's been contact, possibly. I'm not sure what happened, but now Dante's all over the back of Rico. What is going on in this race? I can't. Dante is so fast. What is going on? The man in the Aston Martin man has found incredible pain.
Absolute carnage going on this race.
Absolute carnage indeed.
7th lap. That's so great. For the entertainment purposes, of course.
Dante qualifying 7th place, now in 2nd place. Honestly, Aston Martin, the team must be so proud of his drivers as we see the safety car on our screen there. But Dante with a stellar drive so far. Go on, Nadim.
Really happy, I must say. But here we go. Shine goes on the inside, and that's quite a rather easy move. Only McLaren man there. But yeah, really, I didn't suspect this really to see from Dante. As we have another. Oh, no sense. He spun. No sense has spun again. Ooh, what a race. This race is very tricky to the drivers. You can see that there's all carnage going all around here in the track.
Awful Snake has spun coming out in the final corner, has lost his front wing on that main straight.
GP goes through, move on the end result. Oh no, he's not.
And here comes, I believe, Maverick down the main straight. Maverick now up into 10th place on those hard combat tires because Maverick started on those softs and will be opting for a one stop.
Only 2/10 away from Rico. Wow, he's found some magnificent pace here to challenge the map for the win here. It is looking very good indeed for the Aston Martin, man. I must say, I'm really extraordinarily happy. Wasn't expecting this, but again, Arturo right behind as well in P3 as Shanae, I think, is going to be looking to try and come back as the speed has spread out a little bit now. As oh my god,
Rico's gone wide.
Oh,
Rico's gone deep on the brakes, and Dante's in the lead of the race now.
He's
What
gone off the
just
track.
happened?
Rico has made a mistake.
As Dante makes a mistake, he goes deep on the brakes after the final corner.
Oh my god, what is going on this
My
race?
goodness, the race keeps going. What is he doing?
Dante
Oh,
weaving to warm up his tyres, but unfortunately, there is a possible chance of him getting a penalty for that, for how close Rico is to the Aston Martin driver ahead.
that could be investigated, but again, what a race! What is going on? We have Rico, who was comfortably leading, now is on the back foot. Dante out of nowhere winning this race now. Arturo now is here. So many mistakes from these drivers, and it's proven very tricky. You can see how much people are struggling to keep the car together here. I think it's all about who keeps it clean until the end of the race. We're only in lap 9, guys. So we have 20 more laps to go, and it's looking very interesting indeed.
Absolutely
gets a
sinister.
3-second time penalty.
Yeah, unfortunate for the Alfa Romeo driver. But fortunately, the other Alfa Romeo driver up into 4th place. He started, let's have a look at the details for the tyres. He started on those medium tyres, along with 3 other drivers. We've got Dante in the lead with the medium comfort tyres, JP as well, the second Aston Martin driver, unfortunately, connected to lobby late and will appear in the Red Bull seat. And Sinister as well, on the same strategy as his teammate. So we'll have to see how it pays off.
Sorry to cut you off there, Darkness, but I don't know what happened to Rico. He's following the bait. Oh, yellow flags! Emsalt! Emsalt has spun.
Emsalt DNFs.
He's DNF'd. I'm not sure
Coming out of the final
Hit the
corner.
wall.
I think he's gone into the wall.
He has indeed.
Yeah, he does. Oh, that's so unlucky. And it's a really tricky place as well. He's right on the apex. Wow. Unlucky for
Unbelievable
Emsalt.
stuff. I mean, this is crazy, crazy stuff. Oh my god. I must say, this wasn't this was Tier 2 was a bit boring, but nevertheless, Tier 1 has been full of surprises as the race doesn't stop yet, as JP has lost the position to No Sense, who goes up into P7. But what has happened to Rico, I must say, I'm quite interested to see, because he has lost a bit of pace now compared to Dante, who's for some reason found extraordinary levels of pace compared to everybody else, even though he had a drive-through in the sprint. And now Arturo is all over the back of Rico.
As Dante goes deep on the brakes again into that second to final corner, and now Rico, it's now a 3-way battle for first place.
This is gonna get spicy.
Spicy indeed.
I'm not gonna jinx it, but I think, guys, even though we like clean racing, I think there might be an incident gonna happen here. These guys
I
are
jinxed it
pushing
now,
the
mate.
limits.
What have you done?
Oh my god,
Mr.
Rico!
Deem Jinx Jr. as Arthur makes a move around, down the inside and around the outside, or the other way around, and into second place.
Wow!
JP in the pits as well. JP
What
replacing a
happened?
front wing and onto fresh hards now.
But what happened there was Rico was seizing a move on Dante, and so he went to the inside to look, but then he just caught himself off guard as Arturo had a perfect line to just go next to him and easy overtake. My goodness, I am really interested to see what happens until the end of the race. Oh, Dante
Really close.
Here we go. Arturo is on the back of Dante. Does he go to the inside, the outside? Does he send it? No, 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 he doesn't. Oh, he's going to back Dante! What is going on? Does he have...
Things are getting spicy indeed.
I think he might have damage.
There goes Rico.
Rico now overtakes Arturo. Does he have... Does the Mercedes man have damage? That is a big
Nah.
question.
He doesn't. As far as I can see. The front wing is really good looking.
Fine, but he might have lost momentum from that. He looks like he's lost some bit of momentum from that. But my goodness, what a battle we have on here, guys. Who's gonna win this race? I don't know. This is all absolute chaos at the moment, as we haven't seen a fight this big in a long time, especially three drivers all getting very close with one another. Again, what a difficult track it's proven to these guys, as you can see how much the track is not, it doesn't forgive drivers at all. So yeah, looks like Rico is again back, not in the 1 second range, but again very close driving from everybody. I mean, now Gravy as well, only a second to Arturo, so we could have a four-way battle here, boys. Unbelievable stuff. I mean, I'm quite intrigued to see if we do get a very interesting end of the race. But look at that, Rico again. Looks like he made a mistake because he's now 1.6 seconds to Dante. Unbelievable stuff here. As Rico, I think he's feeling the pressure. I think 1.8 now really lost a lot of time compared to Dante. As now almost 2 seconds the gap is. So Rico needs to regain that time. He wants to win this race, and Arturo is not gonna let him breathe at all, as he's all the way on the back of his gearbox. Ladies and gentlemen, only lap 13 out of 29. Anything is possible in this race, as we have yellow flags for Mr. Sinister, who spins once again. Very tough weekend for him, I must say. As again, this top fight is the only fight there is currently compared to everybody else, and Dante has found that pace, and now he is pushing on 2.2 seconds on that mediums, but his tires are going to be falling off at some point, and Rico should have that advantage. So how much is strategy going to play into this? Well, that is a big question, but Rico needs to push, push, push. It's must for now. But as they're going to be approaching the Alfa Romeo driver, who needs, oh my god, as he spins once again. And my goodness,
Really tough weekend for him.
tough weekend for the Alfa Romeo driver. I think he can definitely going to be wanting to forget this one as soon as.
Otto went a little deep, and is now within
Yeah,
the range, but he
yeah,
doesn't have
Babi,
DRS.
that is very true, Babi. Uh, Rico is going to be faster at the end of the Grand Prix on those mediums, but he needs to first. Let's see what he does. Is he going to be able to overtake Dante? Is he not? What's going to happen with the strategy? We don't know. It's very open right now. Is the undercut going to work? Overcut? I feel like the overcut is a better option. I've seen drivers have been able to perform a bit better, so I don't know. We will see who pulls the trigger. Who is the first one to say, okay, let's go into the pits, let's go for it. That is a big question, but it looks like everybody's now a little bit spread out. Only 1 second between everybody. Arturo has fallen into the depths of Gravy. As Gravy, oh my god, we have a retirement as
In the
Mr.
pits.
Sinister goes into the pits. Very nice from him to do that. As we see there, Arturo really struggling. Gravy is all over the back of him. As you can see there, Arturo has no ERS left. No ERS left, so that's going to be easy pickings for him, I think. If he can keep it going, it looks like he's doing a very well job of.
He might box anytime now, I think.
Oh,
He's
here we
There
go.
goes
retired.
Gravy.
Oh, Gravy pits. Gravy pits. So he has pulled the trigger. First of the front runners to box, and let's see if it's worth it. He's gonna be on the hard compound, and is he gonna be able to create a gap to the cars in front? Is he gonna be able to do it? Let's see. He's gonna be in fresh air, so that's a big help as SMH spun. So that promotes JP up into P9. So not the best from him there. As Dante is back into P 2.4 seconds to Rico. So again, a little bit spread out between everybody. But again, let's see if Gravy has got that pace to absolutely storm, or is he gonna catch these people out? Obviously, Dante is the only one that's left on those mediums who hasn't boxed, and everybody else is rather on the hard compound tire. So, um, it
Could
is, it
could we
is.
see hard compound drivers going for mediums, or are we going to see someone do the reverse of Maverick and end on the softs? Be a risky move, but it is possible.
It is possible, but how much time do you lose? How much time are you going to lose to your competitors? That is a big question that we don't know really, because
Dante boxes.
Dante box for Dante as he goes into pit lane. Doesn't
Arthur
get
as well.
And we
Ooh,
see softs.
So Rico is on for the lead.
but Arturo is he pits for mediums on lap 15. That
And a
is not
fresh front
only
wing.
oh, and a fresh front wing, so he's got damage. I think he's got damage this lap or
Yeah.
something, because. Or maybe possibly from that incident where he would go into the back of Dante.
From before, yeah.
Probably, yeah.
Possible, very much.
It was not much of a visible damage, but he
Yeah,
probably
but
felt it.
yeah, I think just about. As Gravy has overtaken Arthur, obviously because of that, obviously that front wing change, but not too much ahead. So looks like the overcut is better. It looks like it, but I'm not sure. Let's see what Dante can do. Now, he's on the fresh tires. Rico is going to be on the fresh mediums. So, all to play for here at the end. I mean, unbelievable stuff.
We got Maverick again. The only Maverick qualified in. Let's have a look actually. Maverick qualifying in 8th place, now in 7th place, starting on softs and on 9-lap old hards, with Arthur 2.5 seconds behind with fresh mediums.
Yeah,
Maverick has a 5-second time penalty as well, which is going to be really huge.
Yes, it will be indeed. It's unfortunate. And we did spectate him as he crossed the line. Unfortunately, he did cross the line at quite a speedy rate. He even tried locking up his tyres to get into the pits as Fudge goes into the pits with no sense.
3-second time penalty. Our lead man has got a 3-second time penalty. So this helps Dante a lot now, because he's got that 3-second cushion to Rico, even if he does get overtaken. So, yeah. Unbelievable stuff here. So this throws the
Maverick with 3 seconds, now up to 8 seconds.
That's so unfortunate.
That sucks. That sucks.
Exactly.
Really.
But Dante is really closing on Rico and the others in front. With the
Here
new
comes
hard
Dante
tires
closing in on the safety car as well, and overtakes the safety car, sorry.
But he's going purple. He's got the pace. He's really, really catching these guys in front.
He's really rapid right now.
The Aston Martin man doesn't look like he's yet to stop. And I mean, I'm here for it. I'm here for it, most definitely. I can't say much, but
Autumn gets round Maverick.
I got quite a reasonable and easy overtake, I must say, on fresh tires compared to Maverick's 10-lap old cars. So quite job, easy job for. Oh my God, how are they scared when they go into the safety car? Is
Safety car.
Safety car.
We should red flag this race, guys. The safety car is on track still.
Yes, yellow flags, safety car.
Oh, Nadim is on the track. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, Dante goes and sets the fastest lap of the race. So he is not stopping anytime soon. Very nice to see, as Arturo doesn't stop anytime soon as well. So this is going to be interesting to see. Dante's catching by a lot.
I'm wondering though, will we see Rico with soft tires? Because he's extending his tire run, I believe.
Possible, could be. Now he's getting up into the range where it can be done. If he gets into the 10 laps to go, he can do it. With 10 laps to go. But again, is it going to be worth it? Because I would rather go on the mediums and know my tires are going to last, because at the end he's going to have no pace. No pace at all, and Dante's going to have that advantage. But if he goes on the mediums, he knows he will have tire life at the end, and
he goes in.
To and he goes in, and let's see what he does. Is he gonna risk it, as Shanae also goes into pits as well? But does he risk it? Does he go on the? No, I think it's mediums. Or is it?
Yeah, they're mediums.
Mediums. Shanae also
medium for both.
Arturo gets a 3-second time penalty, and Dante well ahead of everybody. I mean, he's really gained so much time compared to everybody else. This is really stellar drive. As Gravy He's gonna find Shanae on and out, and Arturo is here as well, who has that front wing change. So he's back up to pace, and we have another battle. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen.
So I was looking for a podium finish this race, even though he doesn't overtake Shanae. With the penalty, he's gonna take P3 from Shanae with the current standings. This is incredible stuff.
Indeed it is, and the interesting thing is that we've got such a close battle between drivers on completely different strategies. Hard compounds
Exactly.
working better for one driver when you would assume a medium compound runner would have the better advantage.
Oh, but here we go. Arturo is all over the back of Gravy, and he's really got a great exit, and he's overtaken the Alpha Romeo driver, does he? Yes, he. Oh!
What?
Gravy
They touched.
almost spin for Gravy there. There's been a bit of a contact, but I think Gravy maybe a little bit too trigger happy on that throttle. But Arturo is. I mean, the penalties again. I have to check. 3 seconds for everybody. So yeah, it's a close. It's a race that is open for the podium positions. Very definitely here. But Dante controls the lead of the race with 6.6 seconds, and Rico with that 3-second time penalty. So Rico's gonna need some stellar performance to try and get P1 here today. But nevertheless, still a great performance. Although he's gonna end his streak if he doesn't win today. So again, very interesting to see. I mean, this could be a very decent. I mean, this could be a very good weekend for Aston Martin.
Yeah.
It could be for you, isn't it?
I mean, I am extraordinarily
As a team
happy.
principal, tell us your thoughts on this race so far with 9 laps to go.
Well, it's been great. I mean, obviously JP hasn't had much luck, but Dante just doing an amazing job. I wasn't expecting him, to be honest.
As he goes deep again into that second to final corner and finds himself on the grass again.
Yeah, really struggling in that one. And that can invite Rico. That could invite Rico. Rico might see, okay, he's making mistakes, and I mean, anything is possible at this moment in time. But Dante,
Rico's closing in.
Dante
So
needs. Oh, he's really lost a lot of time. He's oh my God, he's only 3 tenths is the gap now. But the third question is, does Dante have enough tire grip, and is he gonna be able to survive the attacks from Rico? Because we still have a lot to go. If Rico catches him, it is a really big possibility that Rico could get a 3-second gap away from Dante here. So, not saying Dante is safe now, especially with that mistake. He needs to keep it calm, and I think he knows that he can't lose this race. I mean, he can lose the race, he can't win it. Wait, what? That makes no sense. Anyway, moving swiftly from my very good English, I mean, the Shack looks like No Sense is the only one who's really in a position to battle, as Maverick struggling on those old cars. Nothing he can do. Does No Sense have speed? He does. He's gonna try around the outside. Nope, Maverick. Very good.
it's
Oh my God, No Sense. Almost.
almost. Yeah.
He tries to go for the switchback, but just doesn't work. Unbelievable stuff.
The gap is 2.5 seconds to Dante right now.
That is a big if. Big question mark there.
Exactly.
Anything is possible, you know. And I think the drivers have finally made it into their groove, into the rhythm, and it looks like it's going to be okay.
Shanae now with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Shanae, I believe, up to 6 seconds now, which is not going to help with his fight for a podium finish.
Most
Unfortunate
definitely.
to see.
Yeah. I think his race is also now in a tough position because Arturo is
No
there.
sense, right on the tail of Maverick.
Once again, fresher tires.
Can
Maverick
you make the move?
I mean, he doesn't necessarily need to make the move. Maverick's got 8 seconds of penalty, so he will eventually get him anyway. So he needs to just keep it
Making the
calm.
move can help him fight though up to Fudge, because Fudge will have equal tires. But potentially
Maverick
he has the pace.
game. Yeah, Maverick really keeping him behind, playing the ultimate team. Is he gonna send it down the inside? Yes, he is.
And
Maverick, oh my god, it's a beautiful move if he does it. And he does it very nice indeed from no sense. Beautiful done. Beautiful from him there. And he's up into P7. And now he's ready to send one on Fudge. But again, Arturo needs to try and keep within 3 seconds of Shine, because if he can do that, he will be on the podium. So, yeah, let's see what he can do. 2.1 is the gap from Shine, and 2.1 gap is to Dante from Rico. So, Rico is catching, but is he catching enough? That is a question. That is a big question here. I think he needs to have Dante make another mistake for him to really have a big chance here to win. Otherwise, I think I'm not gonna say anything, but
Gotta
you
jinx
don't
it.
want to jinx it. Yeah.
no, I'm not saying anything. Proven a lot of times that commentators curse, as does things as I think everybody on the grill with DNF today. As we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, no, I can't do maths. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, we have 5 drivers with the
Oh yeah,
NF.
5 drivers. I was confused for a second. I confused myself there, but anyway, Rico is fast. You can see there, 1.4, 1.3. He's gaining, and he's gaining, and it looks
Dante
like...
has a moment.
Ooh, and there we go. Oh, that's not what he wanted. This is it. Now, this is what Dante did not want. This puts him in a very difficult position now because he has a very fast Haas driver, although he does have much more ERS than the Haas man, but he's gonna have DRS, which is so powerful. As we hear yellow flags, I'm not sure who that is. That's awful Snake making a mistake there. As Rico is on the back of Dante. He's gaining. Does he send it down the inside? No, but Dante almost locks up. Well, he did lock up, but just about pieces. Rico has a moment. As we saw down my POV, Rico has a big moment and he's pushing like crazy. You can see that.
Dante
As
goes wide.
Dante again, really wide. Both drivers pushing absolute limit. Oh my god, what has happened there? Really sharp turn from Dante as
Yeah, he's weaving at this point.
that is I don't know. I mean, there wasn't really weaving, but again,
I mean,
Certainly
this
on the
still
limit.
look into it. Yeah.
he's not
He
necessarily
looks.
weaving, but he's just like putting his car into spots basically.
Yeah.
Like he's not like going left, right, left, right. He's basically doing left. I don't
Maverick
know.
in the pits.
Oh, Maverick. He can't
Maverick
finish.
serving the 5 seconds and switching for softs.
Ah, he's
Well,
gonna
he
try to
wants
pass
to
him up.
just stuff.
Pass
Exactly.
him up attempts, but where does
Interesting
that put
stuff.
him? He's gonna put. That's gonna put him behind JP. I was gonna put him behind JP. So
JP versus Maverick
rival.
all over again. Who will turn into the other driver first?
The saga continues.
in the saga but
Rico, oh my goodness.
But he's running out of laps. Dante has no ERS left. Both of them, they're pushing. Gravy's got a 3-second time
Oh
penalty.
no.
Oh, Rico's
Rico!
Oh, Rico! He's done! It's over! It's over! It's over for the man in Haas. From hero to 0. Oh,
What a
my
shame.
goodness.
The commentator's curse is
And he's not
real,
pitting.
guys.
He's staying out with that damage.
3 laps to go. Rico. He had everything in his hands. He was looking good. And
Yeah,
then
he's missing an end plate.
unbelievable. Yes, he's missing ace out damage. Unbelievable. I cannot believe what I've just seen. What an error. With 3 laps to go, he's absolutely fuming. I think he's absolutely fuming from this moment on. What a disaster. It couldn't have gone worse. and at the worst moment. He was pushing absolute limits, and unfortunately the car just gets away from him. And just like that, a race turns from everything to nothing. But although he's still in P5, although he's struggling with that damage, he's gonna maybe fall into the depths of fudge as well. So, so frustrating it must be for that man. But it is what it is. We go on. There's still 3 laps to go, and anything can happen really at this rate. I mean, we've seen crazier things happen, really.
Exactly.
Unbelievable. I don't even.
And we're gonna see. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't know. As awful snakes was the fastest lap of the race.
Wow.
No Sense goes in overtake on Fudge. Fudge is now down into P7 as No Sense up into P6. Very.
Maverick makes a move on JP.
They almost collide. Looks like, but Maverick
Not
does
again.
go on. No.
Azerbaijan memories.
Azerbaijan memories. These two have got a big rivalry between the two. So, but Rico doesn't seem like he's lost initial pace because he's still there with the gravy. He's still pushing on to try and maybe get a P4 here. But what Maverick has another 3 second time penalty. So
That's so unfortunate.
that sucks. I have to
Yeah.
say for him, but I mean, what an absolute race till the finish here this was. I mean, Rico, oh, you can see there he's struggling. He's pushing a lot, even with damage, but you can see just how much one mistake can cost you here in Australia. It's not a forgiving track. It's actually the opposite. If you make a mistake, you're done. So, very lucky there to even. That's a spin that we don't see usually. Quite an interesting corner to do that as well. Definitely didn't see that a lot in Tier 2 and the other ones, so definitely think pushed on the limit a little bit too much. I think he knew he had a chance and he just was way too opportunistic, maybe on the throttle, just didn't have enough on the steering, and so it just wasn't gonna work for him there. But what an exciting race! But the man that has survived is Dante. Dante
So
has
far.
survived the barrage so
We
far.
still have one more to go.
So far, he survived the barrage as Maverick. Fastest lap of the race. He does steal it from everybody as he does a 19.6. So
That's
there
a
we go.
2/10 improvement on what Snake put in just a lap ago.
Yeah, so Maverick got the pace. Maverick is a speedy boy. So he's going to be, I think, extremely happy with that, must say. And yeah, Arturo comes back to P3 after having front wing damage. I think that's a great recovery from him as well.
He might even get P2.
Ooh, recall very early on the throttle there, almost spins again. As No Sense is going to overtake Rico because of penalties, so that's not ideal, not ideal. But Spinay, Shine, oh, Rico's in the wall. He's lost his front wing. Rico has lost front
Oh.
wing. Oh
For the final
no!
lap of the race, Rico had one spin, losing
Oh,
half of his wing, and now unfortunately his luck gets worse and has no front wing now.
he has a few more sectors to go. He needs to try and nurse this, but this is at this point, this is awful. He's gonna lose so much time, and he's fallen into the depths of no sense. He's gonna have to give the position. I mean, he has no grip at all. What a disaster Rico has had of a race. I mean, it was all looking good, but then at the end, just slipped away from him. Slipped away. But the
Rico had
man,
no sense, all over his gearbox, understandably so, no front wing.
Yeah.
It's not going to help him at all. But Rico, I have to say, props to him. He is still driving.
but here we go. Just coming out of the final corner. And he comes. The Aston Martin man comes to win the Australian Grand Prix. Dante is a race winner here in Australia. Shine. Oh, Rico has spun.
No, Rico
Yeah.
just went deep on the
Rico.
brakes. He couldn't stop in time.
Shine is in P2, Arturo P3, Gravy P4. Unbelievable stuff. Unbelievable. As No Sense comes in P5, Fudge in P6, Enrico P7, Maverick P8, JP P9, and then Awful Snake yet to finish the race, but are not gonna change any position. So yeah, insane race. Unbelievable, guys. What do you guys think of that race? Because that was absolutely amazing.
The
That was
race
spicy.
exactly. We said it's gonna be spicy for the race win. It was indeed. We saw like incredible stuff. The race leader lost his front wing in this race. What more can
Dante
say?
kept
Let's say
making
about that?
mistakes.
Exactly, but he still conquered the race at the end with those mistakes.
Impressive drive. I
Exactly.
think it's unfortunate that Rico had that spin, but at the pace he was going, Dante definitely would have had a run for his money for the pace that he was showing.
Exactly. Like Dante didn't really had much ERS when he was close, but unfortunately we can't say much about it because Rico had a moment and lost the opportunity.
So now, with the end of that sprint race weekend, we have Dante with 27 points total, Shanae with 23 in second, and Mercedes coming in with, what is that, 33 points for Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. So that is huge points for the team, certainly Constructors' Champions for this race weekend.
Exactly. A really good weekend for the Mercedes boys. And the Aston Martin also, like Dante was flying the whole weekend. In the sprint
Dante
as
was on
well, from
fire,
P14
honestly.
to P7.
Dante,
Exactly.
he got some intense pace, insane pace
Sorry,
in that
sorry
race, and
to,
it was impressive to say the least.
He has indeed.
sorry to leave, boys, but I just had to congratulate my man on the win.
Of course, you always gotta
Yeah,
congratulate your
exactly.
drivers. Fat Cat
Great
Batman,
race.
although DNFing, still managed to score 7 points, and that is more points than, for example, McLaren Maverick, scoring 1 point in the sprint race, 4 points in the race, and 1 extra point for that fastest lap. So Ferrari still managed to walk away with a couple points in hand. As team principal, of course, I'm quite upset that we lost our Ferrari driver, but it happens to the best of us, and we do have China to look forward to for next week.
An even more difficult track.
Yes, I honestly I look forward to China. I know people complain and people say that they are not looking forward to it, but I think because people are not looking forward to it, it'll be exciting to see what people can do on that track because it has that very long straight, and I can already see now we're gonna have a few people going 3 wide along that straight without a doubt.
We're definitely gonna. The track is really fun, not gonna lie, but it's just a difficult track. Like the turn one is just an incredible, difficult like turn. I don't
Indeed.
know, but we'll see.
Nadim, team principal of Aston Martin, do you know if we'll be able to get an interview with your race winner? You're with Dante?
Well, they're all sitting in a call in the Aston Martin chat. So I don't know. They might.
Oh, we'll give it a few minutes, and if people don't join in the next few minutes, we will have to call it there. But I mean, I loved that race. I mean, thank you, Nadim, for doing the commentating. Certainly took a weight off my chest for tonight, and I do appreciate that. And I do look forward to having you again if you're around for China next week. Pinex, you too?
Well,
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm really looking forward to next week.
I'm
But
looking forward
I
to
can
see
like,
the pace that you'll have for Tier 2 next week, Pinex.
yeah, I'm really sorry
You
that
know,
I missed this race, but
the both of you, I mean, I can't root for one or the other because you're both in the call. You're both Tier 2 drivers, but you know.
yeah. But I'm really looking forward to the race because I missed this week. This is gonna affect as well, but China is a really good track, and I'm kind of excited. Like I was not excited at first, but I'm excited because I had a few laps in. The track is really fun, but we'll see what happens.
China's a very interesting track. I think the first sector will definitely be a struggle bus for everyone because of that
Yeah,
first couple corners. And then the third sector, there's going to be a lot. I can see a lot of dives, a lot of late braking, a lot of lockups.
Exactly. Like, we're gonna see spins, in my opinion, as well. Because if you go trigger happy on that corner, boom, like you're off track. And you need to be really like good on the throttle on that first section of corners as well. But
Yes,
China
you do.
aside, I'm looking forward to Kota. Not gonna lie, because that track is fun.
I'm not sure. I think
Proper fun.
Kota's probably one of my least favorite tracks. If we have a look at the calendar here, let's just see what is left on the calendar. So, for the rest of the calendar, we got China next week. Then we have our season break, 1 week break from racing. We will have fun lobbies and fun races being hosted during the week. We come back from the season break with a nice, beautiful race, challenging race at Monaco. A lot of requests for Monaco to be brought back. And then our second sprint race for the season will be at Silverstone. Now that I'm definitely looking forward to because I love Silverstone. It is by far one of my favorite tracks. And I definitely look forward to that. 7th round in, we will be going to the US. And unfortunately, to my I'm quite upset with this. We're not going to Miami. We will be racing at Kota, as previously mentioned by Pinax. And to end off the season, 16th of May is the last race weekend for Season 4. We'll be racing at Mexico. We've not seen Mexico on the calendar for a couple seasons, so I definitely look forward to having that back. But yeah,
Interesting calendar.
Yeah, it is an interesting calendar. Thank you for joining me today in the commentary box. It looks like we will not have any interviews for tonight's race, but that's fine. It wasn't a very intense race. I can imagine that drivers will be quite frustrated, quite tired to want to have a chat about how that race was. So I can understand that, and I do look forward to having a conversation with them perhaps next week. Get their thoughts a week after the incident once they've calmed down from that adrenaline rush.
Yeah, that will be far better, in my opinion.
Indeed. Well, thank you for joining me, Pinax. Unfortunately, Nadim is not here, so I can't thank him. He is congratulating his drivers, rightfully so, for a P1, and what was it, 27 points? Did I say, or 33, something like that? It was like 5 and I don't know. It was a lot of points.
But yeah, a lot of points in the back for Aston Martin this weekend.
Indeed. So thank you for joining, and we will see you guys for the next stream. Will be ACC on Saturday. ACC guys will be driving around Silverstone, if I remember correctly. So be sure to come check that out. Everyone loves Silverstone. I mean, who doesn't love Silverstone? And it's a night race as well around Silverstone.
Exactly. Who doesn't love Silverstone?
A night race around the best track in the UK. I can't say the world because that's going to upset a lot of people. But the best track in the UK, in my opinion. Be sure to come check that out. But yeah, thank you for joining me. I will see you guys later.
Yeah, guys. Ciao.